Hi guys, today is January something 2020 and it's Monday, and 2 weeks ago Sunday Luca passed away. And I'm really sorry for how awful that is, and I'm really sorry for how awful this video is, but I just have to make it because she started my channel with me 8 years ago and you guys have been there with her, and I can't keep going without not wrapping this up, but honoring her and telling you guys. So I'm really sorry that I'm a mess, but I've been waiting 2 weeks to do this until I could keep it together, and this is what's happening. So Luca, the short version of the story is, the day of my birthday, November 3rd, we noticed that Luca's back leg was really sore. It kind of seemed like a couple days before that, she was a little stiff or something, but nothing too bad, but I was just keeping an eye on it. And then on my birthday, her leg seemed messed up, and so I made a vet appointment for her, and we took her in. The night before we took her in, she stopped walking on her back legs. Her front legs were fine and everything else was okay with her, but her back legs just went down. And so we took her to the vet, and sorry if you guys have already heard this part from the other video, but they said that she needed to have emergency surgery that day, and because she had a slipped disc that was pushing on her nerve, so it was stopping her from being able to use her back legs. And all together, with all the expenses and the MRI that she needed to verify that that's what was wrong, the MRI was like $2,500, I think, and then altogether the surgery with that was going to be like $9,000 to $10,000. It was more expensive because it was emergency and it would have to be that night, so that was like $1,000. And we just couldn't do that because I didn't have the money. I just didn't have any option of how to get it or anything, so that was one of the weirdest and most difficult experiences ever. I'm sure it would have been a really tough choice if I had the money saved up for for a car, and then I had to decide which to do, but in this case it was I definitely would have done that, even though it's only a 50% chance of it working, but I would have done that if I had it, but I just didn't have it. So it was really weird to just sit there at the vet and just not be able to get that. So the next thing that they did, which a lot of dogs do heal this way, it's just that people don't have the time to spend on their dog to heal. But since I do a lot of freelance work, I work at home on my computer a lot, I was able to stay with her, and James also works a lot from home, so we were able to trade off and help her, because we had to just keep her totally still and give her, she got a steroid shot at the doctor, and then she got prednisone, which is a steroid, daily by mouth, and she also had painkillers. I'm trying to think of the name of it, but I can't remember right now. So yeah, so a lot of people at this point just put their dog down because they don't have the time and availability to try this, and also because they're at this point she could hold her urine or whatever, but she couldn't walk outside, obviously, so she was 36 pounds, and that was the heaviest I could handle. if anyone has a bigger dog, I don't even know like how you do it, but we had to carry her outside every time she had to go to the bathroom. So they're just super dependent upon you, even to eat or drink water or anything. And so yeah, so we were trying that, and she was starting to get better. She actually started like wobbly-ish walking. And then like on Thanksgiving, she actually like, I was walking her, like holding my hands, like supporting her, but just like loosely. And then she actually like ran out of my grip, and it was amazing, and it seemed like she was getting better. And you know, like if the nerve was destroyed, that wouldn't happen. So it seemed like she was getting better. And then a couple days after that, she started vomiting. And what the vets said was that the vomiting, that motion, or coughing or sneezing, that motion like makes the disc rupture more. And so she, after that happened, because she vomited like all night and would not stop, and then eventually she stopped. When that happened, she just went back downhill, and her legs were just not working again. So she also, sorry, this is such a long story. I don't know where to go. Like, I'm trying to be organized, but I'm just telling you guys what happens, whatever. Yeah, so after that, we did another steroid shot to try to, like, reset to where we were, because she had been improving until she started vomiting. So we tried to do the same thing we did at the beginning to get it going again. Also, sorry, quick interjection, which really deserves like its own thing, but when I knew that I couldn't pay for the surgery, I found out from the Humane Society about this place called Fairytale Endings, and they pay for surgeries, for emergency surgeries, and it's in my town. And it was just crazy that they happened to tell me about this. And so I applied on the website to fund Luca's surgery, but that was too expensive, and they also don't fund MRIs. So they said sorry that they couldn't do it. And Luca's previous vet stopped doing just regular vet medicine, and they only do chiropractic and acupuncture now. And so I had talked to them and asked them if they thought that that would help, and they said yes. So I asked the Fairytale Endings people if that was something that they could do one of the scholarships for. And it was so crazy because it happened so quick that they emailed back and they were like, yes, what's their number? And they called them, and they just paid for 3 acupuncture sessions with their credit card over the phone. And I was just like, whoa, because I had used all my money for the vet and for all these like things that she has been needing, like pee pads and prescriptions and all of this. And it was just so amazing that they did that, because I had felt so alone and so like incapable of like choosing things. And so they did that, and Luca got that every 2 weeks. So that was also helping a lot. I just want to point out that she didn't get a lot of chiropractic, only like gentle chiropractic, because of her disc, it was so serious that they could hurt her worse, basically, by adjusting it. So if anyone's thinking of that for their dog, just know that the acupuncture they could go in and do, and they did laser therapy, but they couldn't do like full-on chiropractic because it would be dangerous. So just know that. So anyway, I just wanted to say that, because so you know, like all the treatments that she was getting, and also to just acknowledge how amazing it was that the Fairytale Endings people came through, and that my vets, who are called 5 Elements for Animals, were so helpful. And it was so amazing because they come to the house, so it was just so nice not to have to carry her and take her out and disturb her and everything. And she really just seemed like she liked it. Like, she would just lay there and just like kind of like help them, like if she needed to like move one way or the other, she was like into it. And it really seemed like it helped with her pain. She seemed a lot more relaxed, and like inflammation was a big problem, so I definitely think it helped with that. So anyway, where was I? So she got her last chiropractic treatment. She wasn't chiro/acupuncture treatment. She wasn't improving, so we went to the vet to get another steroid shot. So this is number 2, like I was saying, where we're trying to reset her. That was right before Christmas. We went through Christmas. She wasn't doing better, but I'm glad she got to spend Christmas with us. And then on the weekend, on Friday, late, she vomited and started that again. And normally we could get her to stop, so I was just waiting. It seemed like she was stopping on Saturday, and then let's see, she vomited Friday night. It seemed like she was stopping Saturday, and then on Saturday night she started again. And because I was trying to make her stop and then take her to the vet on Monday if she needed to, because they're closed. But Saturday night she started again, and then I was hoping that she would be done Sunday morning. And I had given her some, sorry, it's all like running together right now, and I'm trying to explain. I tried to give her some ginger tea, and I like made her have it. I gave her some, oh yeah, Pepto-Bismol, because that's what the vet said. And it seemed like she was stopping vomiting for a while, and then I was hanging out on the porch with her, just painting my nails and just hanging out on the porch with her. And she vomited again, and then it seemed like she was getting really bad. So I went to call the emergency vet, which I've never been to, so I had to like figure out like who to go to. And first I was calling this other vet that can sometimes come to your house. So I went outside to go call them, and I left a message, and then I came back in, and James was standing there, and he was like, I don't remember what he said, but it was like, I think she's dying. And she was not like responding to her name, and it seemed like she had like a seizure. She was like shaking and like staring off, and then she just passed away with me and James. And I'm just really glad that she was at home, and that we weren't like halfway to the vet or something. And she was just peaceful, and it was so sad. So yeah, sorry guys. So then, after a little while, we just dug a hole for her under this tree, and my mom came over and she helped us, and we wrapped her up in this blanket that she loved, because she loved fur and she loved pillows so much. So we wrapped her up in like this really fluffy fur blanket, and we buried her. And yeah, it's been really awful. I feel a lot better. Like this weekend I just like took it easy, and I hung out with friends and went to the beach, and just did some stuff, and like I feel a little better today, but I definitely feel very weird because she was only 8 years old and she just, I didn't think that she was gonna die. And it was on the 29th, so like 2 days later it was New Year's. So that was just really weird because like I was so excited for 2020. Like really excited more than any other year, and then like that just happened, and then it was just like, whoa. Like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to make this like for Luca, to tell you guys what happened and to say like part of what she meant to me, but like now I'm just thinking about my feelings because as soon as I turned on the camera I just started crying. But yeah, it just feels very awful because like Luca was my best friend and you guys have seen us, and that like we did everything together, and like a lot of what I did was like for her, like just trying to make like a life, like a home for her, and like I have like a new writing job now that I got because of her, because I wanted to get more money for her surgery. And yeah, like we were just always together, and she was also like obsessed with me, so like she was always following me literally everywhere. Like if I would go to the bathroom she would just wait outside the door, and when I opened the door she would just stretch every single time, like that like downward dog stretch, and then she would like walk me to wherever I was going, and like James would always like make jokes about it, or I would make jokes about it, like, oh milady, like let me escort you. Like she was just always escorting me no matter where I was, and it was so hard for her that she couldn't walk because she couldn't be with me all the time, so I would just always try to sit with her and stuff, but she just wanted to be closer. And mosquitoes are coming. I gotta wrap this up. Also, I think my phone's gonna fill up, so there's just so much that I could say, I guess, on the point of like feelings. Like I just feel awful. I'm sure you guys have felt this before, but like I just feel like really alone because like she was like my like child in a way, and like it feels really weird that like if I had another dog or another pet I would have something to still do, but like with her I only had her, and like the past 2 months like it's been such a responsibility to take care of her, like both for me and James, because she could be alone for like a couple of hours, like we got to that point, but even while we were gone it would just be on your mind like I gotta get home, because she couldn't go to the bathroom if I didn't carry her out. So like you don't want to hurt your pet by like forgetting or something, you know? So like it was just pretty much around the clock, and like sometimes she would like wake up at night or whatever. Like it was just so full on, and then to just have none of that, like I always started my day, and like it helped me stay organized to like feed her, take her out, you know, like when I take breaks I like walk her down to the mailbox, and like it's just so weird because it's just like, what do I do? Like what am I even here for? Like I feel like if someone has like just one child and then like that child dies, then you're just like, it's like, well, I was a mom, but like now I'm not, and like it's just like, who am I, and like what am I doing, and like all these also like plans that I had to do with Luca, like for videos, and not just videos, but just so much. Like, I just did not think that she was gonna be dead when she was only 8. I thought that we were gonna have so many chances. Like, she loved pillows so much, and like, I just wanted to buy her so many. And like, I don't know, it's just so weird. Like, you just have these things in your mind. Like, when I heard about like truffle hunting dogs, I was like, oh, like Luca's really good at smelling stuff, especially for an Aussie. Like, I want to like take her to Oregon and like teach her to be a truffle hunting dog, and like we could go together. And like, I don't know, I just really thought that like that would be something that I could do with her in the future. And like, even just like her wheelchair, like that's another great thing that happened, which is so weird because she didn't even get to use it. Like, I was getting a massage from this like gift card that I won at this pinup contest, and the lady was like talking to me about like how my muscles were tight and stuff, and it was from carrying Luca. So I told her like, yeah, I've been carrying my dog and she can't walk, blah blah blah. And then she was like, oh wow, like I have a wheelchair for my dog that passed away a couple months ago and we saved it, and it was like the same size as Luca and everything, and she gave it to me, and it was like a $400 wheelchair, and she just gave it to me, and it was so cool, and it was pink, and it's in my garage right now, and Luca didn't even get to use it. And I just felt very weird because like I thought it was like a Christmas miracle when she gave that to me, and like for Luca not to even be able to try it, like that just doesn't feel like right. Like, it feels like something like miscommunicated in the universe. Like, why do I just have this wheelchair? But anyway, I'll probably do like another video about that to try to like get someone to find it. But if you have a dog that needs a wheelchair, if you know someone, like, write me in the comments, because I definitely want to pass it on. And also, sorry, one more great thing that happened was the GoFundMe, which I made for Luca to try to raise enough for her surgery, which I thought that I probably wouldn't be able to, but I was like, why not just try? And a lot of you guys responded and gave such sweet donations, and we raised like almost $200, and I was going to use that on her wheelchair, but I ended up not having to, which was amazing. So I used it on like her last treatments, her steroid shot that she got, and all of that. So that made me feel so amazing that people were reaching out, and so many people, especially people who had said like watching Luca's videos had helped them to get their Aussie and stuff. It was just so amazing, like, to feel that energy coming through the internet, like over the years of having made videos and answered questions and stuff, that like people were sending that love back. And so that made me feel a lot less alone. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for donating, and not just the ones that donated, but just all of you that have been here. I know I haven't been like as active because it's just been so hard, and I haven't known what was going to happen, so I didn't feel like I could be on here. And I didn't want to be like, just, I don't know, like seem like I'm just looking for sympathy, but it's like, well, that's all that you're gonna feel if you look at Luca, because it's just sad. But everyone that has messaged and that watched Luca's Instagram and her treatments and everything, like, it is crazy. And I should make another video about this. Like, I was thinking of having everyone who got their Aussie from like checking out Luca's videos and stuff, like, send me a picture, and then I want to put them all together like on a web page or in a video or something. So let me know what you guys think about that idea if you get this freaking far in the video. Now it's 20 minutes, but anyway, just thanks to all of you guys for sending so much love. And it's crazy because like I'm the only one that like sees my DMs, so I'm the only one that sees how many there are. of you guys that have gotten an Aussie because of Luca, or, you know, that she was like somehow involved in your decision, or you already had one but you watched our videos to help like train her or whatever, or train them. There are so many people that message me about that, and it is just astounding to me. Like, it just feels so unreal. And I've even had one person come up to me in person and be like, wait, you're that Aussie girl, right? And like, they got their 2 Aussies because of us, but that was a long time ago, so it doesn't even like feel real. And then like more and more of you guys came out of the woodwork when she got sick, and it's just weird because like anyone could vlog their pet and then make a video like this, but and like Luca was, if Luca had never been on the internet, like she would be like just as special like to me, but like I'm just so proud of her. That sounds so stupid, but like I'm just so proud of her because that's how good that's how good of a pup she was, that like she was just so inspiring, and like she was just so sweet that it came across in her videos. And like Luca was in a movie, for those of you guys that don't know, it's called In the Grove, and it's here on YouTube, and that was when she was only a year old, which is crazy. And she was a really good actor and a really good model. Like ridiculously good. Like, she wasn't like trained. I mean, she was trained to do a few things, but she wasn't trained to be like a movie dog or to like do certain things other than like lay down and, you know, oh god, snot is everywhere. You know, those like cute movie tricks. Like, she didn't know that, but like she would just do things that we like needed her to do. She just understood. Like, it was easier than having a command because we would just like tell her and she would just do it. And like she was just so good. It's crazy. And like just how beautiful her eyes were, and like they would just come across like on screen. And like I'm so grateful that we have that movie with her. And like now every dog that was in it has passed away except for Annie, my mom's mini Aussie. So it's great that we have that of my grandma's dog, Sissy, the black one, and then Roxy, Datev's white Maltese, and then Luca. And Annie is still going strong, being a punk. It's really weird to like see her without Luca because they were such good friends. But anyway, I'm definitely, when I'm in like a better place, I'm gonna do something more just about like Luca, about her, like some of her best footage and pictures and stuff, and like about the dogs that you guys have and everything. Something that's not so like sad and depressing, but just like, you know, just remembering. But yeah, it was just crazy that like she she reached so many people. Like, it would be crazy for me to be saying that like about like myself or like another human, but like I'm saying that about like a dog. Like, I know obviously like I'm the one that filmed the videos and like put her on there, but like that's just how great she was, that like everyone saw her. And like the reason that I made the first videos about her, like answering questions about her, was because people saw her in my vlog and then they just naturally had a lot of questions about her. And so then I made one video which was really long, so I turned it into 2, and then people just kept having questions, and then it just became a running thing of just Aussie stuff. And I mean, Aussies are really cool dogs, so I think like that's part of it. Like, people would have questions about him, but like Luca in particular, she was just like such a great spirit. And like, I'm so glad that you guys got to know her. I wish that you could have met her in person. That's another plan that I like always thought I would get to do, and I can't believe that I didn't. Like, to do like a meetup with her, and like this guy from the what's it called, life something. It's these little like bands that you put on the back of your phone, and they've sponsored Playlist Live in the past. Like, I met him at Playlist, and he like gave me his card, and he was like, yeah, like next year, like talk to me, and you can bring your dog to our booth and we'll like host it. And I just thought that would be so freaking amazing for her to get to meet you guys. Like, when she grew up, like the first year that we had her, I was teaching and helping run a school that was like, it was gonna be like a farm school, so it had like a big property, so she was able to run a lot, and she knew like however many kids we had there, like 100 kids. They all loved her. And she and Annie would be in the office, because like I didn't have her in my classroom because she would like run. At that point she was like still really wild, and she would just escape. And so kids would like always try to pretend that they were sick just so they could go to the office, so they could like hang out with them, with Luca and Annie. So yeah, Luca has touched a lot of lives, and I just miss her a lot. I'm gonna wrap this up now. I guess I'll like show you her grave really quick. Feels weird, but I'll show you. Here it is. It's got a beautiful view. We put this pallet here because we have a lot of creatures in our neighborhood, so I want to protect it for a little bit so that nothing will get to it. But I've been taking off the pallet in the daytime so that the grass can grow through. James he cut the grass off the top, and then we put it back in so that there's still grass there. But yep, this is her spot, and we're gonna put a little bench over there at that tree. I wanted her to be like under the tree, but the roots were too much, so she'll be here, and then we can put a bench there so we can hang out. But it's a beautiful view for her. It's a really beautiful view, and it's where she always ran and frolicked and spent a lot of time. And she's got the lake there, and we can just like see her spot if we just like look out the door. So I think it's a good spot. So yeah, so anyway, I guess there's like nothing else. I just keep going on because I'm like, how can I make this better? Thank you guys. I love you so much, and thank you for having been here on Jesse and Luca, the channel that I made 8 years ago. I named it Jesse and Luca because I had heard of another channel that was Max and what even was it? Max and something. And I was trying to name my channel, and I was like, oh, Jesse and Luca, that's perfect. So that's like how much she is like a part of me, because now I'm just like, well, what do I do? Because my channel is so much a part of my life, and she's so much a part of my channel. So thank you guys so much. I really love you, and I'm not trying to make you guys sad. I just hope that you guys have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Come on, let's go in. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on, Luca. Let's go. Luca. Come on. Oh, Jesus. Come on. Come on, let's go inside. Come on. Come on, puppy. Luca. She just wants to play. You just want to play all day. Give me this. Come on.